What's up everybody, welcome to another thrift store prepper video, and today's video we're going to introduce you to the skills of prison cooking or jailhouse cooking, whichever you prefer. And basically we're going to look at a way of making meals with no heating source, no cooking utensils, no flame, the very basic things that you could have available to you. We're going to show you how to make a very cheap and inexpensive meal for, you know, doomsday situations, or just people living on a low income, college students, people, you know, looking to get a little meal or something into them very cheap. So no further ado, let's have a little look what we've got here, and we're going to tell you what we're going to make with this. So good old ramen noodle. This is a stable in any prison commissary item, and this is what pretty much any cooking that you're going to do inside of a jail or correctional facility is going to be with ramen noodles of one form or another. And here we have a bag of chicharrones or pork rinds. I picked these up at the local No Thrills store. They were just over $1.27 I think. And we have some apricot jam. Now obviously in prison you're not going to get your jam coming looking like this. It's no way they're going to be giving people glass jars, but it will come in a little pouch, like the little individual portion sachet, so you get your jellies and peanut butters coming that way. So we're kind of cheating a little bit here using the jar of jam, but it's hard to get prison jam on the outside. So let's jump right into this. So we're going to be making Panda Express, or Prison Panda Express rather, using ramen noodles, some pork rinds and some jelly. I'm going to cheat a little bit and use some other items that I have around the house that you wouldn't necessarily get in prison, but we're going to try and keep this as authentic as you possibly can. So we're going to start off with your ramen noodles. Now to start with, we're going to have to do this. We're going to give them a crush up. So here we go, give them a good crush. Now sometimes try not to break the bag, because I'll show you why. If you can open these very delicately without tearing the bag too much. There we go. Ah, dang it, we've ripped it. But anyway, if you can open your bag without doing what I just did in a fail, but we're not going to edit anything. This is rough and raw. We're keeping it as real as it comes. So we get this out. Now, what you would do if you didn't rip the bag, you would just pour the water in here, roll it up, and leave it like that. But as we've ripped the bag, we have another way. Now, something you do get in prison is sandwich bags. They give you your bologna sandwiches in these. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this, and it's in the bag. Now, again, something you're not going to get very commonly available in prison is a hot water supply. Some facilities will have a hot water tap, but it's about as warm as what you'd get out of your tap at home. Maybe not even. It's not boiling water. Again, like glass, boiling water is not something that they really want to be putting in the hands of inmates. But anyway, what we got here, again, we're keeping this very thrifty and a little bit authentic. We have a Gatorade bottle, which I filled with hot tap water from the tap. That's as hot as I get. It's quite warm, you know. It's not like boiling or able to make tea, but that's kind of hot. So we have our noodles, and we're just gonna pour a little bit of hot water in. Let's see how we're doing now. Maybe just a little bit more. There we go, not too much. Oh, we've got a little bit of spillage, but hey, let's not worry about it. But there we go, things you need to be careful of. So, okay, we're going to put that there, and we're going to go with the water. Let's not get too upset about this. We can kind of clear that up as we go. So there we go. Let's move that. So we're going to leave this here. Now, a quicker way this is going to cook. I mean, you don't actually have to use ramen noodles. They are dehydrated, and all you need to do is soak them in water to get them soft. You don't need to boil them or microwave or anything of the sorts. But you can put this like this and try and keep that. There we go. Oh, we've got a little bit of a leak. But as I say, this is keeping it real. We're not big budget production. So we're going to leave those noodles there. They're going to be softening up and soaking in the hot water. And while we do this, we're going to prepare the orange chicken. Exciting, exciting. So we get our chicharrones here. There we go. So I'm not going to use all of these, and I got these because they had special vinegar and chili in them. So this is going to provide the sourness and the spice for our orange chicken already built in there. So look inside, you can see our chicharrones. Pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. So we're going to get a handful of chicharrones, and we're going to pop these in here, maybe, I don't know, a few. I'm going to put these to the side. So, okay, noodles cooking, chicharrones. Dang, I haven't got a spoon, and I can't open a jar. So we're going to get our orange chicken. Not orange chicken, our apricot jam, excuse me. I had a night out last night. I'm still a little bit worse for wear. And I'm actually going to eat this for my dinner because I'm hungry and need to put something in my belly. So we got our jam. Sadly, I forgot to bring a spoon to the production, so we're going to ghetto this a little bit in chopsticks. You know, you get these from the Chinese takeaway, and these are the things that kind of accumulate in your house and basement and in drawers, I guess, for the cutlery. So again, you know, we don't have spoons and things like this in prison, so we're gonna pop some orange chicken, some jelly in here. So I keep saying orange chicken. We're gonna pop some of this jelly in here with the pork rinds, and as you say, we've already got the spice of the chili and the vinegar there to give us a little bit of sourness. So I'm gonna keep going with the jelly, a little bit more there. All right, now by your ramen and noodle, this is where you would do your prep for your orange chicken, and you kind of get it in your bag like this, and try not to break it up too much. Just try and spread it around and get as much of that coated onto the orange chicken as you can. So I'm gonna just shake it up, and again, you know, look, there's nothing. We just got 2 bags, a few pork rinds, and a spoonful of jelly at the most. So we're gonna keep, you can see they're kind of sticking together again. Now, if you did want to cheat and not do it the proper way, and you did have a microwave, if you put this in a little plastic container, throw in the microwave for maybe a minute, 1 minute 30, it's going to come out hot and very sticky, and honestly you would be very, very, very hard to taste the difference. In fact, some Chinese restaurants, there's probably more meat in these pork rinds than in your orange chicken. So anyway, this is where we're going to cheat a little bit. And again, if you're at home and you eat takeout a lot, things that you sometimes acquire, you know, packets of sauce, soy sauce, hot sauce, ketchup, mayonnaise, things like this. Again, I don't have a sachet of hot sauce at the minute, but something people sometimes have is good old sriracha. Become very popular in the last couple of years, and we're just going to cheat a little bit here. We're going to open that up and put a little bit of that in, just for good measure. Now, again, mix, 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 mix. Get this covered, make sure everything's in there. It's got a good coating of sriracha and the jelly, and this actually helps break down the jelly a little bit so it's not so thick. So let's kind of keep going there. How are our noodles doing? And as you can see, they are already softening up. the more we coat these, the better it's going to be. And I don't know if you can see inside there, but we've got our pork rinds are covered. So there you go, really and truly. Now what we're down to, I kind of have sticky hands, so give me 1 minute. I'm going to come back, wash my hands, get a towel, and we're going to get ready to plate up. Alright, as I say, we're not doing any editing, we're not doing any cuts, we don't have a fancy studio or anything like that going on. We're just keeping it rough, raw, so you can kind of see how if you were in just a room rental, or you were in a school dormitory, or even in the back of your car, or office at work, you could make this quite quickly, quite easily, with little mess, unlike me who has made a mess. But again, we're just showing you how real this is. No cuts, no takes, nothing, no script. We're making this up as we go along. So I think we're not going to be far off with those noodles. Something we also carry at home and acquire a lot of these kind of food containers, and as you can see here, this is something you can keep and becomes a very handy little thing for storage. And you could use this as a water container if you needed to. This one's a bit beat up, as you can see, but again, these are things that we have lying around at home that often don't get used. So we're going to try not to make too much mess with our noodles, and we're just going to strain off what excess water we have. There we go, we made a mess straight away. So we're going to strain any excess water away. And there you go, we have our ramen noodles nicely cooked. So just get the last of those water out, and we're going to put our ramen noodles in the tray. Make sure we get them all out. Let's get rid of this and this. Put our chicharrones on the top, just like this. Get our chopsticks. And there you go. You've got yourself Prison Panda Express. Brought to you from the Thrift Store Prepper. This has been another shit video production.